It's no news that our planet is in a critical environmental situation. For the last multiple years, we've witnessed a pattern of degradation promoted by our very own species in every aspect of our lives. The lack of urgency given by our world leaders in the global impact such inaction is causing shows it's in our hands to take action. Our generation must step up. It is past time to do something.
Hi, I am Malu and I am one of the founders of Green PASB. It all started when I had the idea of not only doing my part routinely to solve or help solve the climate crisis, but also influence others emerged in 2022 as I moved on to 10th grade. I'm currently a junior and we have been evolving our projects for 1 year. It all started when I realized that the weight of the escalating global climate crisis was not something everyone my age realized nor knew the actual seriousness of the problems that we're facing as not a nation, not as individuals, but as a whole world. That's when I reached out to Kachi. She has been my classmate for more than 10 years and she has always been involved in climate activism and ecological projects, and I knew she would be the right partner to help me in this.
Since I'm very young, I have been engaged through environmental projects and community projects, especially in the area of sustainability. Nowadays, I am a professional surfer and a global climate activist, and both of these things contributed to my mindset of wanting to take care of the planet and understanding that taking care of the planet is taking care of myself. And as a global climate activist and someone who is very engaged both locally through local projects such as one called Vale Encantado, which is the protection of a natural forest here in our city, Salvador, or always volunteering in beach cleanup projects and projects that are usually related to sports and environmental mindfulness. They all helped me build a big connection to nature itself, but also this mindfulness of taking care of nature and the importance of passing this on to others surrounding me. And so me and Malu, we got together and we founded Green PASB to be able to create this change that we want to see around the world in our own community.
Later on in the seek to actually fulfill our citizenship, we figured the best in our hands we could do was to start from our most direct universe, our community, which is our school. We were aware we wouldn't be able to move mountains from the start of our journey, so we wanted to do interior changes before we could actually make a bigger impact. Hence, we started creating a board of students pro-sustainability here at our school, and we now have more than 40 volunteers, active volunteers, which have been part of a selection process before going to the group, and we now have performed several projects which we are really proud of and want to continue on for as many years as we can.
Para mim foi privilégio ter sido convidado por Malu e por Catarina para coordenar esse projeto junto com elas. Nós vivemos um mundo onde temos uma série de desafios globais a serem enfrentados diante do meio ambiente, e estar junto de duas alunas que historicamente se preocupam com a causa e têm feito uma série de atividades tentando mitigar esse problema, ao meu ver, ajuda a conscientizar as pessoas na comunidade e as pessoas em todo o mundo sobre essa necessidade que é tocante para os dias atuais. Para mim, um dos pontos fundamentais desse projeto são as séries de ações que a gente consegue fazer ao longo desse tempo, né? Então, nós temos uma composteira que utiliza os resíduos que são utilizados pela cantina. Nós conseguimos angariar uma série de verbas na tentativa de comprar uma ecopeneira que vai ajudar na limpeza das praias de Salvador. Então, de alguma forma, a gente está tentando alcançar as pessoas ao nosso redor com ações que possam parecer mínimas, mas que a longo prazo podem gerar um impacto muito positivo em nossa comunidade.
The main goals we actually follow are 3 E's, which we want to empower our community to create a sustainable impact and service to the world and carry with them consciousness over their actions. We want to engage students in the project and promote a well-being environment for all and effect change on our campus and our most direct community to reach a more sustainable scenario by 2025.
Sustainability has 4 main pillars. It involves economics, it involves culture, it involves the social part, and it also involves the environmental part, which is our main focus through Green PASB. And through these 4 main pillars, Green PASB also comprehends the interconnectedness of global issues. We understand that environmental solutions can't work without social solutions or without cultural solutions. And that's why when we work towards making a change in a specific area or with a specific project, we're also working to make a change in an area that may seem not connected, but it's actually directly connected. And I think a great example of that is the project that we do in partnership with an institution called Castrampinhas, where we collect plastic lids from people of the whole PASB community, and through the collection of these plastic lids, they're later transformed into a form of payment to the neutering of animals who are living in street conditions.
Another action we made, which was perhaps the most challenging, was to implement a composting system at our school. So composting functions in a way where we get the carefully separated organic waste at the canteen, since we are a school where we have 2 or 3 meals hosted daily at school. We get this organic waste, which was carefully separated, so it is accepted into the composting box, and within 2 or 3 weeks, this composting residue is decomposed and transformed into fertilizer. We do this by collecting 50 liters daily, which turns out to be 4 tons of recycled organic waste per year. And this action is done by our volunteers, which go during the morning and does the maintenance of these composting boxes. The fertilizer, which is generated within the process, is then donated to an institution called Hortas Urbanas Salvador, which the crops and the outcomes of this garden is donated to nursing homes for elderly people. This project is very challenging and was very challenging in the beginning because it needs daily maintenance, and it was something really new to us to get to know how composting works, how it also expanded a little bit of our knowledge in biology. We have been in contact with several animals that live in the soil and that contribute for this whole system to work, so it has been very enriching for our volunteers. We have given several lectures to other students to get to know this system and maybe implement it at home, which I have done by myself. My home now functions under composting system of recycling. Within this, the next thing that we started doing was to function with the recycling system at our school. So we have implemented the separation of residues at the canteen as connected to what we have done with composting. In events, we are also responsible for the separation of these residues by putting bins all over the school. We also have implemented a bin designated to electronic waste, which is the waste that most pollutes the earth nowadays due to its highly contaminable gases that are released when they are disposed incorrectly and can contaminate the groundwaters. So that was also something that we were really aware of and cautious too. That's why we implemented a bin here at school. And our last project, which Simon has already talked about previously, was to raise money to purchase ecopeneiras, which are a device developed by the Brazilian activist Diego Saldanha. who created these prototypes that help clean beaches more efficiently, and not only cleans the actual plastics we see, but also microplastics, which are very present on beaches, and it's impossible to collect and remove from them manually. We need the help of devices, and we look forward to performing several beach cleanups throughout this semester and this year at school.
Green PASB may seem a simple project that works with the environment, or simply one more that wants to make a difference in the area of sustainability. But I think what makes Green PASB so unique is that it came out of two young girls who are so worried about world problematics and how lack of action is going to affect our lives and the lives of older generations, that we had to do something. And I think Green PASB, most of all, also came not only to bring awareness, but also to show that we still have hope to create change. But for us to reach this hopeful future and present, we have to take action right now. And that's what Green PASB is doing every single day, by encouraging its members and encouraging its community to understand that their everyday actions are impacting the planet and impacting themselves. And through it, bring hope that we can reach the change we want to see in this world. And we can be part of this change.